Drones are being used more often in search and rescue operations.
And earlier this month, a drone helped locate a missing person in Eau Claire County. New at 5, Emily Matesic explains how a local drone expert is helping with the search for a missing woman on the west coast of the U.S.
We landed here.
Bill Bongle is a retired police captain turned drone expert. His time and talents were requested last week in Washington State after initial searches for Samantha Sayers, a hiker who went missing back in August, were unsuccessful.
The emergency services out there did do a tremendous push, and they put a lot of resources into this, but every agency has its limits of what they can expend.
With those resources exhausted, Bongle was brought in as part of a privately funded search. The footage he shot with his drone shows just how dangerous the terrain is, not very conducive for a ground search.
They looked at the terrain and they decided that drones were really a great tool for this job. Canines also were brought along, but the canines can only get where people can get. So in that case, the drones we were able to get into places where people cannot safely go.
For 2 days, Bongle operated his drone off of Vesper Peak, which sits about 6,000 feet up and more than 2 hours from Seattle.
We had the vista, we had clear line of sight of the drones, and the ability to actually reach multiple points from one point.
Each day, a helicopter would drop him off on top of the mountain. He spent 6 hours the first day capturing pictures and videos, which will be studied and analyzed for any sign of the missing woman.
When you take a photograph with a drone, it's recording the GPS coordinates of where that photo was taken. So if something was detected in one of the photos, we would be able to return to that location and investigate further.
Weather unfortunately cut his second day of flying short, and a third day was completely canceled. And while the search for Samantha Sayers goes on, Bongle is hopeful what he shot will help the young woman's family.
Unresolved loss is probably one of the hardest things that any family could go through. So anything that we can do to try to alleviate, wondering what became of my loved one.
In Swamico, Emily Matesic, Action 2 News.
Bongle said some crowdsourcing has been used to analyze pictures of the search area. He will soon be posting pictures on his website and Facebook page for other people to look at and examine. We have a link to that on our website at WBAY.com.